Welcome back, legends and legendates. I'm going to do a quick market update. So kicking it off with the Bitcoin price action, what did I say in real time? So on the 22nd of November, in real time, I specifically said, look guys, this is a front run of this key level here. So we had this, essentially this push up here, and this slightly front run here. And as you can imagine, there's going to be a cluster of stop losses here. And so I specifically said, look, this is a front run. I would expect the highs to get taken out within the next 7 to 10 days. And so this actually happened on the 16th of November, and this liquidity grab here actually happened the 24th. So overall, it's around 9 days. So it was in that range as expected, and I posted this in real time. And this diagram, as you can see here, I effectively expected a push up like this, tagging this liquidity, and a likely situation was actually move back into the range. More often than not, we've seen this in prior ranges, for example, in January, February 2023. And what do we get actually? A very similar move here. You can see we pushed above and pushed back into the range. It's actually almost identical to this diagram. And again, it's just experience having seen this pattern over and over again, and just by practicing the charts. And so what next? So let's just look at this range. This is actually a mini range. And again, of course, nothing goes up in a straight line. So if I'm going to put this range from here, this fixed volume profile to up to here, and so effectively, this is the high volume area, so where most of the transactions are occurring. And so what happened is we actually pushed above, pushed down, push up, and now we've actually lost this upper end of this high volume area. And usually when this happens, sometimes you get a move back down to this zone here. And so here, this is 36.2, 36.3K. So this actually holding this 37.5, 37.4K is a really important zone. And I explained actually how this is a valid short setup because we actually pushed above and grabbed this liquidity. And so if you're in the short setup now, I would imagine it'd be sensible to take some profit in the middle of the zone and maybe some here as well, and perhaps leave the rest to run. And so this is what's happening in Bitcoin. But if we actually grab the liquidity here and clear these highs, actually structurally, there's actually very little in the way till actually 40, 39 potential K, actually, if you can see here. Because what happened was during this FUD here, particularly in the Terra Luna collapse here, well, I say FUD, but actually it was a mess, a complete disastrous situation. But yeah, so this move happened down quite quickly. And so, as you can imagine, this run up here was quite quick as well. There's so many imbalances left behind. But you can see structurally, actually from this 36K, there's actually very little on the way till 39, 40K. And so let's see if these highs get taken out. And again, it's one step at a time. Do not force price action. It's just so important to be patient as well. And you can imagine we're still well above the 200 EMA. So the price action is actually bullish in that sense until proven otherwise. So in terms of my current active positions, I'm still in this Ethereum long trade, which I gave in real time to the community. My entry was 1786. And so the first 5 take profits have already been hit. And so my next take profit is here. But at this point, it's already risk-free trade. And I'm just letting this play until proven otherwise. Then next trade, so ADA long as well. So this first 2 take profits have been hit as well. And again, I'm just letting this run. And for all these trades, I'm only risking like half a percentage to 1% of my account. So AVAX long, the first 4 take profits have already been hit. This was actually the best trade, and it was almost a 1 to 12 risk reward ratio. And I'm just letting this actually run now till 52K. You can actually see structurally what we noticed with this chart as well is that obviously you want to check the Bitcoin dominance relative pair to each of these altcoins, but structurally when we actually pushed above here, we bounced off this 52, 51K region so many times, and so past support is going to be future resistance. If we actually clear these highs, there's very little on the way to you. My next current active position as well is Cosmos. I'm still in this trade. The first take profit has been hit already, and my next take profit is here. Then now BNB was a trade that I actually lost, because what happened was I entered the trade, but then that news about CZ resigning came, complete random news. And again, you're not going to win everything, but I only lost half percentage of my account in this trade. My stop loss is at 229. So now let's just look at traditional finance. So first of all, kicking it off with the gold chart, I actually would expect new highs potentially in Q4 or maybe early 2024. And particularly, we see an actual pattern starting to particularly form here in this chart. And it could be a potential inverse head and shoulders. So if you notice here, this move here like this. So shoulder here, head here, and a potential shoulder here as well. And so it's still early stages. It could take a while to play out. But the measured move actually goes up to potentially 2.4K, 2.5K, 2.3K in that zone. And this is just something else that I'm really looking at as well. But we actually, this was a triple top here, but we had this correction here. And we're now actually regained the 200 EMA. So things are actually bullish until proven otherwise. And of course, we clear this local resistance here as well. So for me personally, the more exciting commodity recently has actually been the oil chart. My first take profit of the short has already been hit. And the reason particularly is that you can see in this chart, this was actually somewhat of a bearish pattern. We had actually somewhat of a head and shoulder pattern. It's actually quite a clear one. This was a shoulder here, a head here, and a shoulder here. And of course, you can draw all sorts of measured moves. You can take this from the top of the head to the shoulder and extrapolate it downwards. But I'm just scaling out in a grid. The next setup in the traditional finance is Australian index, so ASX 200. The first 3 take profits have already actually been hit, and so I'm just letting this trade run. And it's a risk-free trade at this point. But guys, do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course join the MDX Algo community. I've put a referral link down below, you get a discount. It's an amazing community of like-minded professional traders. We're discussing the charts every single day. We have live stream almost 11 every single week, and it's going to significantly improve your learning experience in this trading game. And of course, put any comments in the videos section below for any specific video requests.